Hmm. Hello, Namaskar, and welcome to Stories of Hope Introvert Special #18. This is live on my profile, that is Facebook and YouTube, and this show is about the real stories of introverts who got leap of faith and hope in their life and achieved success. So this show is not only for introverts, it is for all kinds of people because I believe from this show, I want to create a hope in all your lives. So without any delay, let us start our show. So I think if you have this question, so what is the major or what is the first thing which actually is the reason behind introversion? This is the first thing according to me, and I have even researched regarding this. There is one thing which actually drives or the people towards introversion, that is about the environment, or it can be the parenting. Okay, so for me, I was being a child who used to hide behind shadows. I can tell that clearly. Even my mom accepts that because of my oversensitive, behavior. Oversensitiveness of my mom. She never used to ask me to go. Right now, also, she will be worried if I go out. Even she will not allow me to stay in my friends' rooms, or she will not allow me to go out of my home. So that is what that is. She's so oversensitive about me, and because of it, there are some disadvantages in my life. I have faced a lot of problem when I was in. When I am child. But right now, I understood that what I should do, and I got the maturity, and from there, I have came out, and whatever I can do, I'm doing it. But as a child, I suffered a lot. I used to only. I will be there in my own zone. Never used to talk to anyone. Never used to have a good group of friends who will be there with me. There will be a lot of problem. Apart from that, people used to bully me a lot because having this. That too. I will not be raising my voice for anything. Whatever it comes, I will just take. So because of it, there is a problem. So that is what this is very important for every parent to understand how if your child is becoming an introvert, how to make him to come out of this that particular zone, or he will be in that zone, and how to give him some extra skills so that he can excel in his career. So I have done the same. I am an introvert. I have learned some skills and I'm implementing it. Okay, so today's topic is about how can parents help the introverted child to excel in their career. And our guest speaker is Aniruddha Pathak, and he's a person. I should tell he's a very, actually, to be frank, he has a very good profile, but despite having very good profile, he's very down to earth. He worked for almost most of the big giants MNCs for 10 years. After that, he decided that he want to give something out of his particular life. So he started adding value to the students in schools and colleges. From 6 years, 6+ years, he had run trainings for 10,000 plus people or students on various life skills, soft skills, and even conducted placement related workshops at various colleges across country. He's also a professional voiceover and dubbing artist. Now he's working on a mission of impacting 1 million lives of millions and students to get their first dream job without having extraordinary skills and identify their life purpose and goals. Apart from that, recently he started one more initiative which is about P for parenting. I believe this is one which I felt like very connected. So he's talking about how the parenting should be, how the environment should be when we are growing. Because I can compare our particular childhood with a small plant, a sibling, which we are just giving some water to it, right? In the starting stages, it will be so weak, and it will be still trying to make a stand and all. We will be keeping the stakes to make it stand. So there will be a lot of things. So that is the phase where our child will be. So we should be taking care of every small thing, so that in future they will be definitely excelling in whatever career they want. It's not like whatever career you want, whatever career they want. Okay, so I believe without any delay, let us invite our Aniruddha ji on stage. So let me check. Aniruddha ji, you are there?
Yeah, I'm there. Hi.
Yes. Hi, hello sir. How are
Namaskar.
you? Namaskar.
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, it's a privilege to host you, sir. I already told you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me on the show. And it's really an honor for me to be on your platform. And I've been following your work for very closely. And I believe that this is something which is adding value to many people. So this is a value addition in my life as well because I have learned so many things. So today I'm getting an opportunity to add something. So let's hope.
Yeah, yes, sir. So just one request. I think I'm getting some echo from in the back end.
Okay.
I think you have two tabs running in your machine.
Not actually. I just have one. Let me just check. Is it okay now?
Yep, better. No, no, no. Still I'm getting.
Is it better?
Yep. Yes, yes.
Okay. I don't know because this is the only one connection that I am using right now.
Because in my space, you are two connections are there.
Oh, is
Is it
it?
you are? Yeah, you are connected with any other browser?
No, it's only one.
Okay, okay, fine. So then
Let me
wait
just
a minute.
check.
Wait a minute. No, no, no. It's okay. It's okay. I will make you.
You can disconnect
Done.
one.
Done. 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 Done.
Okay.
Okay.
Better?
So yes. So I mean, I have given a small introduction about you, sir. I think that is very, very, very small. I know I have seen your profile. I was been following you. I saw what all things you do. It's not easy to me to introduce you with a lot of things. So give us a brief and summary about you again.
To give a small summary about what I have done is I've always been the kind of person that I am right now, and the contribution of my parents, I would say that it has been on a very higher side to make me what I am because every kid is the color xerox of the parents, right? So that
Yes.
is something which I am also, right? But coming to the career wise, I've worked with corporate giants for almost 10 years that I've already mentioned, and since 7 years now, close to 7 years, I'm working with different educational institutions across the country to help students with reference to their soft skills, life skills, and employability skills. And apart from that, I'm also helping first time parents, right, to make their role more effective, right, without having anxiety or the pressures of the otherwise society that they generally the people have, right? So that is something which I identified because when I became the parent, I realized that there is certain kind of anxiety is there, certain kind of pressure is there, and we also feel at times nervous because
Hmm.
this is the responsibility which is not very easy,
Yes.
right? Because
True.
many times people feel that parenting is something which happens on its own, but that is something which I personally feel that it doesn't happen on its own. You have to learn what parenting is because parenting doesn't happen on its own. Parenthood happens, right?
Hmm.
You become a father by biology, right?
Biology.
But
Yeah.
parenting doesn't happen. You
True.
have to learn it step by step. Many times our parents or our grandparents tell us that okay हमने 10 बच्चे पाल लिए तो एक बच्चा पालने के लिए क्या टेंशन होता है, but the scenario at that time was absolutely different. The scenario today is absolutely different. Initially the time was like we were having joint families. There were a number of members in the house who used to take care of the kid. Automatically the nurturing used to happen.
Hmm.
Today that is not the case. Today we are into nuclear family, right? And that is where I realized that okay it's not a small thing to do. It is a very huge task that even parenting needs a different kind of role altogether. So that is the reason I decided that I should start working onto it. So now I am onto this mission that I want to help first time parents to identify to make parenting as a very beautiful process, to enjoy parenting as a process without having any anxieties and pressures and nervousness, if I say so. So that is something which I am doing. And education wise, I'm an arts graduate. I have done my post graduation in communication and journalism. I've done my postgraduate diploma in HR management. I've done my additional graduation in psychology. And out of interest and out of hobby to learn something new, I've done various certification. I'm also holding the master coach certification by various institutions. So I've done that as well. So that is something plus minus mota mota. That is something which I've done.
Sir, you have achieved lot of things. I know that. Even yeah, I was also. That's what I'm telling you. It's a privilege to be sharing a screen with you and connecting. And first of all, connecting with you, having a talk personally as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. So yeah, coming to the topic. Before coming to the topic, I just want to ask you, what for you is introversion? What you have, obviously you have seen, you have trained 10,000 plus people out there as students, and right now you are talking about the parents and all. So what exactly you found regarding this topic called as introversion, and what exactly you want to tell regarding this?
Introversion is something I'll share out of my own experience. It's unfortunately today what has happened is many times parents or even students treat introversion as a condition to be treated. That
Yeah,
is something which is, which is not the actual scenario, because it's something which is absolutely, a nature of an individual. If extrovert is a nature of an individual, then introvert is a nature of an individual, right? We just need to have, the kind of mental shift which needs to be brought in, so that we can accept what that individual is. Introversion is not a condition to be treated for any, for any reason, because मेरी understanding के हिसाब से, the common understanding which I have is introversion is just, a phase wherein you feel like to be with yourself. You enjoy your own company rather than, getting involved with any other, individual,
exactly. Yes.
right? So if I enjoy my own company, if I like to be on my own, right, it's something which is fine, right? So वो जो एक taboo kind of there in the people's mind, unfortunately in today's parents mind also that, I want my kid to be extrovert, I want my
Yeah.
kids to be, extra involved into n number of activities and such, xyz things, but that
True.
doesn't qualify them to be into that particular role.
True.
We have industry leaders across the globe who by nature are introvert,
Yes.
right? But they have done something which is absolutely worth mentioning all across. Probably generations to come will be aware of their work, but
Yes.
being introvert never stopped them to be what they are today, right? So I feel that introversion is just, a nature of an individual which people should accept, and no, it should not be treated the way people are treating it right now,
Yes.
right? So
Yes.
that's what my understanding is.
Yes, sir. Yes, that is true, sir. So that is what is happening. People think that is a phase where people should not be, and parents also think that, array, my child is like this. He should come out and he should be so active, and he should actually go in the crowd and do whatever extracurricular activities at a time. But that guy, that person or the child is not comfortable at all to doing it. But they are pushing, do it, do it, do it. So because I mean, they want that person to be extrovert, and that he's not. He's a character. It's about just a character. So
Absolutely.
yes. So now about this particular specific thing, that's what I was also telling. Introversion is not a disease or a thing to be treated. It is just a motivation for some people. Being alone is a motivation for me. I will get a lot of
Absolutely.
ideas when I'm alone.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yes. So
Being
coming
alone
to
is a
next,
different
yes,
thing, and being
mm,
lonely is a different thing,
different thing.
right?
Correct.
So people treat introvert is being lonely. It's not
Lonely.
being lonely, it's just you being alone. You feel happy with your own self. So that is
Correct.
something, people should accept. That's
Yes. True. True. Yes, I will. Then official thing. I will go into your life now. I just want to understand your life now. So when in your life anywhere, I mean, we spoke already. You have seen some part of your life as an introvert as well. That introversion came into your life as well. So what exactly happened at that moment? What according to you are the reasons for that?
to be very frank, this is my understanding. I may be wrong, right? The work that I have been doing so far, and the readings that I have gone through, I have realized that kids, specifically kids, no individual is an introvert. What to say? Uh, they don't like to be in shell,
Yes.
right? Kids don't like to be in shell. They are always, kind of bubbly, and they love to interact with people. But the moment they start shifting from one age to another, right, from toddler to mid school, and from mid school to then teenage, in that particular change, the nature changes automatically, because of the overall environment, because of the exposure, because of the upbringing and all, right? So individual changes, right? So the shift from mid school to teenage, if that shift is smooth, right, then the personality of an individual happens to be more active, right? Be you are introvert or an extrovert, doesn't matter, but you be more active if that shift is very smooth. If that shift is not very smooth, because in that particular age people don't know what is going on with their physiology, many changes happen in the overall physiology of an individual, right? So that happened, to answer your question also, that happened with me also. When that shift was happening in my life, right, I got an opportunity to interact with many people because my parents ensured that I am, getting exposed to different kind of people at different stages. Right. So when I was into early ages of the school, I got an opportunity to go for different camping and trekking activities. So because of that, I got to interact with many people at the various stages, right? So I was probably 12 or 13 years of age, and I was interacting with the people of 20 and 30 and above that also, right? So in that age, I was getting different exposures.
Okay.
So that helped me to come out of, the phase that I have. I'm not saying that I am an extrovert, right? Probably I am on the edge of introvert and extrovert. I probably am on that line, right? So sometimes I feel that I enjoy my own company. Sometimes I feel that, okay, I enjoy people's company also. So, that is something which where on that line I am, right? But I, because of that different kind of exposures which my parents allowed me to get into or get involved with different kind of people, allowed me to identify, okay, this is something which I enjoy and this is something which I don't enjoy. So anybody who is listening to this, and if they are parents, I would request all the parents that, identify what your kid is, how his personality is, what are his personality traits, what are his strengths and what are his weaknesses, and groom them accordingly so that they can identify, okay, this is something which is good with me, this is something which I can make even better. Right. So the opportunity that you got, the opportunity that I got, right, we ensured that and we encashed our opportunity. So that is something which I feel that every individual should do, that because we got an opportunity and we could do it. And if a person like me can do it, I feel that anybody on the planet can do
it. Yes, sir. True. So even that's what I also tell. If I can do it, anyone can do it. Even my schoolmates recently, I met one in my one. I went to one wedding where they asked me, Santhosh, in school days you never used to talk. I am the one who used to sit in a corner, no attachment or no connection with anyone, just coming to class, going to home. That's it. Now they asked me, Santosh, you're doing YouTube videos, you're doing live shows. How you're doing it? What a transformation it is. So it is again, I learned that skill. I'm doing it. That's it. Because I want to come out of it. I want to talk what I want to. I want to express what I am.
Absolutely.
So, but this is about from me. But if you are talking about parents, in my case, it is very tough. I was talking about the same. My mom is so sensitive about me. She never used to ask me to go out. Right now, also, if I go out, she will call me 10 times. Where are you? Better come tonight. Don't stay in your friend's home. You may get stuck out there. So you will be very sensitive regarding me. So yeah, this is what happened in my life. In the same way, I have seen a lot of people out there, in specific introverts, because of the parenting or the environment, it is becoming even more introversion is even more. That too, as you told about the phases, every phase is very important. While transitioning, it should be very smooth. So
Absolutely.
that is very valid point, sir. And coming to you in your life, after coming into that phase where you told that your parents pushed you to different environments, where you understood what exactly your strengths are, and how you got to know that yes, I am not that kind of person who will be always going inside, and you understood your powers and coming out and showing them. What is the stage, or what is the any situation where you can explain us?
This happened at different stages, right? Initially, I was also the way you were, like, sitting in a one particular corner. I used to hide behind people. If a public meeting is happening, or if the class teacher is going and class is going on and the teacher is about to ask a question, I always ensure that I'm hiding behind somebody, right? I was always a person who was having a doubt whether I should give the answer or I should not give the answer. Right, in spite of knowing the answer, I was having that doubt, okay, probably I may not having that kind of confidence to come up and share something. So that is something which was there in my mind. So as I just mentioned, my parents exposed me to that kind of environment where I got an opportunity to interact with different people. So that particular moment when I was probably 10 or 12 years of age, I realized that, okay, this is something, confidence is not something about that proverb also is there. It's not about telling the answers, but also about asking the right questions. So confidence comes from that also, right? So I realized, okay, that is something which I need to start asking questions. So instead of asking questions to anybody else, I started asking questions to myself. Right? Okay, if you are in this particular situation, what would you do? That is the question that I generally ask myself. If I am interacting with you right now, so I'll definitely ask this question. Okay, if you are at a position of Santhosh, what you would be doing the moment this is what Santhosh has done. So what would be your reaction, or what would you be doing that, right? So that is something which I identified, and that is something which I kept on doing. So that is the first thing that happened, right? I started asking questions to myself, and I realized, okay, that is going to help me with the confidence, and it actually helped me to bring out the confidence, right? अब ये चीज या तो हम अपने आप कर सकते हैं, या पेरेंट्स हमको इस चीज के लिए मदद कर सकते हैं. Correct. Right? So if parents are helping us to do this, it's wonderful. If you can do it, it's best.
Yes.
Right? Because that is self-realization is more important rather than putting, getting the information or getting the update from somebody else. So that is the first thing. Second thing which I did was, or rather second stage, is when I was into college. After getting into college, I realized, okay, this is something, not going to work for very long. You have to identify your strengths and start working onto it. So I ensured that, okay, what is the first thing which I'm most scared of? And I realized public speaking is something which I am, dead scared of. You can think of that. Okay, I'm dead scared of getting onto the stage. So what I did is, okay, what are the avenues which can help me to get rid of this, fear? So I identified, okay, NCC is something, National Cadet Corps, is something which is going to give me an opportunity to come out of it. So I enrolled myself for the NCC. I ensured that what are the cultural activities, whichever the cultural activities are going to happen in the institution, I'll be a part of it. Be a backstage individual, but I'll be a part of it. So after getting an opportunity in the NCC, I got an opportunity to host a program for the institution. Initially, I was at the backstage, and it's a small incident. The main host who was conducting the program, he fell sick. Oh. So there was absolutely rush कि अभी किसको खड़ा करेंगे टाइम पे, तो जहाँ कम है वहाँ हम हैं, तो हमने कुछ नहीं सोचा, मैंने बोला सर मैं कर लूंगा, without having any background, without having any understanding कि भैया hosting करना होता है मतलब क्या करना होता है. So I was not aware of that also. I said कि सर मैं कर लूंगा, और मैं जाके खड़ा हो गया, and I was very happy, the overall appreciation and all. I got very happy with the feedback also. बहुत अच्छा हुआ program and all that. I was like, मैंने वो देखा ही नहीं कि क्या हुआ. I was like, I did that. So I was in the college itself. I got an opportunity to again express and explore the opportunity and facing the fears. So first thing, it happened during my school days. Second thing, it happened during my college days. So that is something which helped me to move out of my comfort zone, made me uncomfortable. Rather, I make myself uncomfortable, and I learned the things which I felt that, okay, this is going to add value in my life. So that's how step by step it worked for me.
Okay, great, sir. So I can completely relate to your point. I call this as breaking barriers, breaking my own barriers. Yeah. The same thing I have done in my school and my college. The same thing, whatever you're telling. Whenever I want to go on stage, whenever someone calls me, my hands used to shiver and my legs used to shake. I used to, what now I have to do? So that is there in my school days. That kind of person I am. But yeah, once getting into college, I thought, what I'm scared of? I should get out of this. Otherwise, it is going to be a very big thing in future. So from the first day of my college, you're talking about the NCC. Wherever teachers or faculty used to ask, some volunteers, please. Immediately, I used to run without any seeing back and all. I used to run first. Because if I stop for some time, again, my hands will shiver away. What happened? That will happen. So that is what called as breaking my barriers on my own. That's what you also has done the same. So it's about breaking the barriers. That comes from the self. If your parents has done it, that's well and good. So yeah, that is also completely related to my life, what you talked about. So yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you for giving that insight. And now coming to the point of what exactly you want to convey, or any specific steps to the parents out there, if they are feeling that their kid is introverted. So how can they excel? They will be, obviously, if a parent, there are a lot of questions. He's an introvert guy, or he always sits inside room. He will not go out at all. He will not talk. There are a lot of fears, and because of society pressure as well, there are a lot of things which are running in their mind. So what exactly you want to convey them? Any process or the step-by-step thing which you want to convey people out there? Please go ahead.
Okay, I would not say it's a step-by-step process, but I would say that what we can do to make it better. Right? I would not say that it is going to solve the issues what you have currently, but what I have done is what I have shared with a couple of my friends and my parents, the clients which I have, and they have got the results. So that is the reason I'm sharing this. Right? So the first thing that we need to acceptance. While discussing, or at the beginning of the discussion also, I mentioned that we have to accept that it's a nature of an individual. So we have to first accept that, okay, introversion is not something to be cured, but it is something which is as a nature of an individual. So the first thing that every individual, every parent needs to understand is accept, okay, fine, this individual is an introvert. It's absolutely fine, right? So that's the first thing that people can do. Second thing, what they also have to identify that what is the personality traits of an individual. Right now we have various psychological tests, people have various methodologies to identify the personality of an individual. So we have to identify what is the personality of an individual, right? So there are different kind of personalities. Some are very aggressive, some are very submissive, some are peace kind of, so there are different shades of a personality. So we need to identify what personality is of that individual. So once we identify, okay, this is the individual, this is the personality of an individual, so we can deal with that individual accordingly. So that is something which needs to be done, right? So as we also mentioned that, there are industry leaders, global leaders who have who have been introvert throughout their life, and still they have done wonders, right? So once we start accepting, once we identify the personality of an individual, we come to know that, okay, these are the strengths of an individual, and these are the areas where the improvement needs to be done. So once we identify that, once we get to know, okay, these are the strengths which we can encash. So people need to also start working on those strengths, right? And areas where the improvement needs to be done, that can happen gradually. It is not going to happen overnight. It is not going to happen, suddenly. It will take its own course, but let that course happen. Right? So first, let things happen, acceptance, then identify the personality. Now people also have this question that, okay, if we go for the test and all, and if the personality is absolutely opposite to what we have as an individual, because every individual is different, right? So once the acceptance is there, the personality acceptance will also come automatically, right? So once that happens, then we can deal and we can identify, and the most important thing is explore the possibilities of giving the platform to the individual to accept what the individual is. Because मैं accept कर सकता हूँ कि मेरा बच्चा कैसा है, मेरे बच्चे ने accept करना चाहिए कि वो कैसा है.
True.
राइट? जैसे आपने आपका एग्जांपल दिया कि आपकी माँ कई बार डर जाती है कि आज भी अगर आप कहीं बाहर जाते हैं तो वो ये करती है. इट इज जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ द ओवरऑल एनवायरनमेंट आउटसाइड. राइट? बिकॉज वी हैव दैट फियर कि भैया बच्चा सही सलामत होना चाहिए, उसको सेफ होना चाहिए, उसको कोई टेंशन नहीं होनी चाहिए. देयर इज अ डिफरेंस बिटवीन बीइंग केयरिंग and being a helicopter parent. Right? If you keep on hovering around your kid all the time, your kid is not going to grow at all. Right? हिंदी में मैं ये चीज कई बार बोलता हूँ कि अगर आपको अपनी छांव देखनी है तो आपको अपने आप को धूप में खड़ा करना पड़ेगा. राइट? अगर आप चाहते हैं कि आपका बच्चा जो है वो बड़ा आदमी बढ़े, आपका बच्चा जिंदगी में कुछ अच्छा काम करे, तो उसको आपको कुछ ऐसी चीजों को एक्सपोज करना पड़ेगा जहां पर उसके हिसाब से चीजें नहीं होंगी. राइट? तो जब उसके तब वो अपने आप को चीजों के हिसाब से डालना शुरू करता है. And that is where the overall personality development happens. Right? So there the rejection should happen. Right? The overall shift in the personality should happen, and that happens when you expose yourself to some not so good situations.
Yes.
So once that happens, people identify, and then the changes, it starts working on its own. That's what I feel. And it has definitely helped. The first two things are very much important: acceptance and identifying the personality of an individual. Rest all things happens on its own.
Correct. So yes, that is true. That is true, sir. Absolutely correct. And whatever you have told is even happened for me. That's what I have done. The same steps which I have worked on. Whatever you talked about. Now, there are actually two rounds in this particular Stories of Hope Introvert Special. The first round is a question and answer session. Next is about rapid fire. I will ask you some questions. You have to tell very quick. Okay. So yeah, before going to the second round, yes, guys, I think you are getting what exactly Aniruddha ji is talking about, right? I just want to tell you. Yeah, I just want to tell you that Aniruddha ji has done a lot of work, a lot of value addition. You can follow him on YouTube, you can follow him on Facebook, you can follow him on LinkedIn, wherever you can. So the links are already there in the description. I am telling you that if you are following him, you will get a lot of value. The way he talks and the way he gives the message is complete. Absolutely wonderful. And because of his experience, you will get you will get knowledge on different aspects. You will be talking about life skills, he will be talking about parenting, He'll be talking about even soft skills, what you want to be, public speaking. There are a lot of things, lot of aspects basically Aniruddha ji is talking about. But yes, all the things which he gives, there will be a lot of value. So I recommend Aniruddha ji. I mean, I recommend all the people who are live or watching this in recording. I mean, go follow Aniruddha ji. I have given the links in the description already, and you can. I mean, you can have. I think so. You can have a personal chat with him, and you can follow what he's doing and get some value out of it. So with this, we'll go for the next round. That is about rapid fire. So I will quickly ask some questions which are related to your life, sir. The the first question is about: are you a night owl or you prefer to work in morning?
Both.
Both. What is best for you?
Preferably daytime.
Okay. Okay. Okay, great. So now coming to the second question, what is your refreshing activity? Means it, I mean, I don't want regarding the books and all. I want to be regarding the entertainment. It can be movies or songs. Any specific movie or any specific song which you have in your life that you want to repeat it, or you want to actually feel that yes, when I'm down, I should watch this.
There are multiple movies and there are multiple songs because I am a movie buff. I am into 100% into songs also, right? So
Okay.
any time which I feel I'm down or I'm not having that kind of energy, right? I switch on the TV or I just get onto any of the platforms, OTT platforms, and I get onto any kind of movie. I feel like okay, I'm back. And songs are there are numerous songs. I cannot name any one, but there are numerous songs which charge me. इकबाल वाला song है, there दंगल का title track is also there, right? And किशोर कुमार का रुक जाना नहीं तू कहीं हार के is also one of the beautiful songs which I love, right? So there are n number of songs which I feel like getting involved with.
Awesome. So coming to what is your favorite book?
My favorite book.
Hmm.
Okay. Again, there are different kind of different
Or in
genres are
specific,
there.
yeah, in specific which you prefer or which you love.
Which I love. Okay, the first book which I felt which was very much useful for me when I was in the down phase of my life. One book that helped me is Bhagavad Gita, and लोग बोलते हैं, right? People say that that whenever you have a problem, you just sit in front of Gita and you open the page and you get the answer from whatever page is open in front of you. You will get that answer. So I don't know whether it has worked for any person, any individual outside there, but it has worked for me many times. Whenever I am into the kind of down phase of my life, I just sit in front of Bhagavad Gita, I open it, whatever page it opens, it helps me to get the answer from it. So that has helped me in every phase of my life. So that is one book which is very close. And again, I am into reading a lot, so probably there are various books which I can mention, right? So start with why is there, Dev 80% mindset, 20% skills is also again very beautiful book which I love, right? I keep on listening to it a lot, and n number of books are there. I mean, I cannot mention one or two.
I mean,
books,
your favorite
but
book is been mentioned, Bhagavad Gita. Okay, that is done.
Bhagavad Gita is the best one. Is the best one.
Okay. So, who influenced you more in your life to become what you are right now? Anyone, any influencer, or any one inspiration figure which in before you every time?
Again, it will be an injustice to all the individuals who have been following.
But starting of the career, in specific, starting of your career.
Starting of my career, I would definitely say my father, number one, right? Because I have always seen him as my role model because he was into government service, right? He retired in 2002, 2004, if I'm not wrong, right? And in his whole career, I have seen him doing all the things which, right, generally we don't expect a government individual to do. Right? So that is something which I have seen him doing that, and he has always been a people's person, right? Even today, he is 70 plus. Even today, the people whom he have trained in his initial days, right? They still approach him for guidance and help. So that is something which I feel that okay, this is something which I want to do in my life, right? Whatever stage I am into, if I can influence or if I can help one individual in my life for coming back and getting help, I'll be 100% dedicating myself to do that. Second, couple of people are there. My faculties have always been there, who have been a role model to me. I always, with pride, I mention, Dr. Peshwe is one of the faculty which I have seen, right? He has been the inspiration to multiple, millions of students. Dr. Titus is also one of the individual who has, inspired Dr. Rosina ma'am, Dr. Deshpande sir. There are n number of people. I can just keep on counting, and the list will go on and on. But these are the people who have actually, in my initial days, these are the people who have actually groomed me to be what I am today.
Disconnected. Yes. Am I audible?
Yeah, now you are.
Okay. Yeah, I got disconnected. Okay, fine. So almost we are done. Yeah, that's it. I think I'm done for the day, and I have asked all the questions to you. So yeah, thank you, Aniruddha ji. Thank you for actually accepting my request to be coming out there and giving your time. I know you are so busy with a lot of tasks and going for a lot of workshops. And yeah, you have. I know that very less time you will be having. Thank you for giving your precious 36 minutes out here and giving the inputs to the audience out there. And yeah, it's a privilege to. I always tell this. It's a privilege to host you out there. And you, I know that you are very down to earth person. Thank you so much for being like that and inspiring us. I mean, leading from the front. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me on the show. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to, be on this platform and share whatever I have with your audience. And it is amazing experience to be on this show with you, right? And sharing the platform with you in itself is an honor for me, right? So thank you so much
It is
for
an
giving
honor.
me the
Thank you
opportunity.
so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, sir. So yes, so that's it for today, and guys, and one thing which is about my particular book, that's an ebook which is a Kindle version, which is available in Amazon Kindle already. That is Voice for Self Love. In specific, if you are an introvert, that book is for you because it's a step by step process how to achieve voice for your self love. It is about there will be self love, but you cannot raise your voice, right? So that is how you can do it with that ebook. Apart from that, if you want to know about more things about introversion, any career related tips, and even about the personality related tips, I'm doing a lot of series regarding introversion. Do follow me and subscribe to my channels wherever you are there in Facebook or YouTube or Insta, wherever you are watching this. And thank you for being and showing your love every single time whenever I'm doing something, pinging me personally, telling Santhosh why it is not happening, why your video didn't come up. So a lot of questions. Thank you so much for showing that love and showing the support and encouraging me in this movement of taking this introversion movement forward, because I felt that maybe I was an introvert who is a person who has faced this. I don't want someone to face the same. So I want introverts in specific to actually get their superpowers. Introvert has a lot of superpowers. They have to understand that, and they have to realize and introspect, and they have to come out and achieve success. I'm not telling to become an extrovert, be an introvert. I am an introvert still. So be an introvert, but yes, you can achieve more things with introversion only. So with that note, thank you so much. Thank you once again, Aniruddha ji, for being there. And
Thank
thank
you.
you all the audience who are live and watching this recorded. Thank you so much. We'll meet you in this next episode of Stories of Hope Introvert Special. Thank you. Thank you so much.